Welcome to Math 150. My name is Clark Leverage. You can call me Clark with no title. Math 150 is introductory data analysis. It's basically the same thing as statistics. With statistics, we're using information from a sample to make predictions about population. For example, if you want to predict who's going to win a presidential election where millions of voters are voting, you would typically take a sample of a few thousand voters. And if you choose your sample carefully, the results from the sample can be surprisingly accurate as to um, in predicting who's going to win the election. So for example, if 51% of the sample say they're going to vote for Donald Trump, then you can be pretty sure that 51% of the population of millions of voters are going to vote for Donald Trump. Anyway, it's also used in medicine. If you want to test a new drug, you would test it on a few hundred patients before you test it on millions of patients. If you want to find out how many people are watching each television show, so that you know what price to charge for the advertising. If more people are watching it, then advertisers are going to be willing to pay more money. So anyway, you would take a sample of a few thousand television viewers and see what shows they're watching, and then use that to make predictions about which shows millions of television viewers would be watching. I'm going to open up the syllabus here. Let's go to the course homepage, and let's see. Let me just share my screen, and share. Okay, well, so when you register for Math 150, you'll see a list of courses for which you're registered. So you want to scroll down, and if you go to Canvas, and anyway, you go to Canvas and you'll see which courses you're registered for. You scroll down to Math 150, and you can open that up. So this particular section of Math 150 is what's called a HyFlex class. That means you have a choice of attending either in person or online, or watch the recorded sessions later. Yeah, there's some advantages to coming in person. You can be it's a little bit easier to interact with other students and with myself if you're there in person. Online is the commute is easier online. So and also, if you're let's say you have some trouble with you have kids at home, and you have some childcare issues, and you have reason to want to stay home, or maybe you're sick that day, and you're healthy enough to watch it, but you don't want to spread the germs around. So there's advantages to participating from home. There's some advantages for being there in person. Um, or and Anyway, there's also the advantage of watching the recorded sessions later, is that you can choose what time you want to actually watch the recorded class sessions. So there's advantages to each mode of participation. So anyway, for each class, you can decide if you want to be there in person, or want to attend online, or if you want to watch the recorded sessions later. This is right now. This is the home page. I made the syllabus the home page. Later in the course, I'll make the course modules the home page. But on the sidebar, you have choice of the home page, or the syllabus, or the modules, course files, grades. Right now, we're on the syllabus, and So this tells a little bit of a history of the statistics. I encourage you to post your picture in the avatar. It helps me to learn names and faces. Um, Information about the instructor. You have my contact information here. Um, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. My email is cloveridge@ccp.edu. Um, and I also have office hours. Office hours are listed here on the syllabus. Um, the text, you don't actually have to buy the physical textbook, but there's courseware that is associated with the textbook that you'll need to buy in order to submit homework and exams. So the text is the third edition of biological and health science, no, biostatistics for biological and health sciences, third edition by Triola, and Roy. Um, we're not just studying biological applications. I'll have a variety of applications, but the text you're using also, it's the title is biostatistics, but they have other examples here, not just biological uh, examples. Um, but So we'll have a variety of applications. Um, so you don't have to actually buy the physical book, but you'll have to buy the access code, um, and that costs somewhere around 100 to $140, depending on where you buy it. If you have you can use bookstore credit for it. So if you have bookstore credit, you can use that at the bookstore. If you're using a credit card to pay, it might be cheaper to buy it directly from the publisher. You can do that online. Um, so anyway, here's instructions for um, accessing the textbook. Calculator, I'll stop my screen share for a minute here. Calculator, I recommend the TI-30X2. It does two variable statistics. The plain TI-30X only does one variable statistics, but in the middle part of the course, we'll be doing two variable statistics. So this is the calculator. It's the I think probably the cheapest two variable calculator. It costs around $20, so you might be able to find it cheaper if you shop around. But And we'll go back to screen share. Um, uh, there'll be weekly class discussions on Canvas. Usually, I encourage you to do your initial post by Wednesday, and then the hard deadline would be Saturday. Um, so I encourage you to post by Wednesday so that other people can respond um, to your initial post. Um, Homework exams are in Pearson MyLab. Tutoring, there's also the Learning Lab. During the pandemic, they had also contracted for off hours tutoring with tutoring.com, but they've been phasing that out, so I'm not sure that's still an option. Um, okay, so anyway, this information about the course here in the course syllabus. If we go back to the sidebar, the modules, once the semester starts, I'll make the modules the home page, and you, each week there'll be a module for each week, and I'll give the overview for the week, learning goals for the week, some links to videos, and uh, usually there'll be two homework assignments and also a discussion each week. Um, and then so that's week one. Week two, similar format. Week three, and so forth. There'll be 15 weeks altogether. Also on the sidebar, there's click on files, and we have formulas and tables, uh, student submissions, and transcripts. So the transcripts are the lecture notes. So some people find it easier to see the information on a written page rather than watching the videos, or some people like to do both. So anyway, these are sort of the transcripts, and I'll click on one of these and see what happens here. Um, and so this one is on measures of position, percentiles and quartiles, um, and some worked out examples here in the transcripts. So anyway, that's oh, okay. Okay, so okay, so I think that's big. There's going to be so there'll be usually two homework assignments each week and one threaded discussion. Those are graded assignments. There'll also be about once a month there'll be an exam. So the exams, if we go back to the course modules here, um, you'll see that in week 5 it says review and exam. So there'll be exam and week 5, which would be um, at the end of week 5. So it's the October 3rd and 4th. The exam will be open. There'll be a 2-day period. You can take the exam anytime during that 2-day period. That'll be Friday and Saturday of that week. And but don't open the exam until you're ready to take it, because once you open it, you have 2 hours to finish. So there's exam in week 5 and week 10 and week 15. So week 10 here, we have exam 2. That's on 2 variable statistics. And the final exam, week 15, comprehensive final exam. Okay, so so that concludes this presentation.